Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I'm called to come back and speak today about this new process, this ascension process, this renaissance. This is a renaissance. It's a planetary renaissance that is undergo, and we are going through those small deaths inside of us that is creating this rebirth, this renewal every day. There is amazing energy that is being given, but we are asked to this planet is accelerating towards ascension and awakening faster than any other planet. So sometimes all this download of energy can leave us a little bit not confused, but we don't always have all the needs and outs. So it is important to rely on the inner guidance. Sometimes my ego thinks it knows better and it needs to plan outside of what my guidance is telling me, which is a complete waste of time. I'm coming to realize that waste of time and energy rather than to really trust and follow that inner guidance, for we are all worthy of the love of God. Every being, this love is unconditional, and no matter what we do, God will always love us. But in order to be recognized by God, we need to recognize Him, and in order to do that, we need to purify our body and our consciousness and to move exclusively into love and light and positivity. And as we recognize our Creator recognizes us, which gives us access to our sovereign self. For God is the Lord of truth. He is the Kings of Kings. He rules over eternity and infinity. He does not rule over in the heart of every man and woman, for there are beings that have decided to even work in opposition to love and light. But he rules the whole, and as we move into this frequency of love and light, we are being able to recognize our God source, and we are being able to, God can recognize us, and eventually we're going to sit on the crown. For if we are the son of the greatest king, that makes us sovereign, that makes us royalty as well. And every being has this right, this sovereign right of reconnecting to God, and every being will eventually get there. Sometimes, but we do want to get there quicker than the process. We want to follow the process, this consensual reality, but we want to blend in our inner reality with our consensual reality. And so I'm going to pull a few cards. For it is the spirit that has to produce a lot of energy in order to produce the physical body and the mental body, and it is a reaction between the mental and the physical that creates the emotion. So it is about purifying our body and our mind in order to access greater emotional for spirit. God is all, and we are spirit as well. Spirit is pure love, and spirit is creating all these experiences, and it is the soul that conditions all the experiences of our life, because the soul has the responsibility of educating us. So the soul is somewhere as a memory cell. It's stand in between the higher, the God self, and the ego mind. For the ego mind is the controller of the mental, and so we want the soul to progressively take control of the physical body and the body of desires in order to get progressively back to the origin source of our spirit. For this consensual reality is we have to blend into this physical world, this consensual reality, but we also have to focus on our inner intuitive reality. In children, it is only one reality. They only everything is one, and then they grow up and they have to adapt to the physical world. But even like when you look at autist children, they have no interest in what's going on outside of them. There's so much interest for what's going on within that they're solely focused there. And so, but very soon there's going to be a lot of realignment, medical technologies, prevention. We're going to move more towards prevention rather than drugging people to stay sick and to subdue the effect of sickness rather than. And so, I'm going to pull a few cards to address all the chakras. For every day, our chakras are growing, changing, expanding, and we have major chakra systems that are connected to minor chakra systems, but they're all working together. We want eventually to all of them to work together as one energy. And at the root, at the base, eventually, because we need to be grounded within our energy system before the solar flash that will be coming, that will change it all, that will expand our consciousness. But we need first we need our root and to be very strong and solid. And here we have the solution at the root. The solution, the root is where the challenges are. So the solution, we already have the solution. We just got to let go of all those things, those darkest things, the government, the dark deep state, the vaccination, the 5G, all those things, the corruption, all those things. When you talk about those things, they bring us fear and they separate us from what we truly want. And so we want to elevate ourselves above it, and then we'll diminish the power. First, they won't have any power within us, no matter what. It will be God's self within is more powerful than any of those things. And then this consciousness will bring to other people that will come into their own power, and will be able to, like a snowball effect, extinguish all of that. For all this darkness never really existed. It is sustained by the universe. For God is light and love, and He wants only good. He wants to bring us from ignorance into lucidity, from fear into love, from darkness into light. But He's supporting both programs. He's always supporting all programs because we have free will, and so we have created all kinds of negative things within our consciousness. And so everything comes from the single source. Every source comes from the one, and come from us. We are the creator of it all. It takes a lot of energy just to be here in this frequency, in this physical body. And so, but all of this is coming into alignment. As we let go of all the darkness, we move into the state of grace, and we allow ourselves to flow with the flow. What we have in the earth plane, on the astral plane, is earth and astral plane is creation. She's holding the globe of creation. It is no longer about cause and effect. It's about the state of grace and the ability to create the life that we truly want in full partnership with our soul and spirit and spirit guides. For some time it's very hard to differentiate between, some people have asked me that question, to differentiate, because the message that comes from the soul, that comes from the spirit, that comes from the guides, that comes from our spiritual family or the company of heaven, it doesn't really matter. When eventually we'll be able to fully differentiate in the unity of who we are, all those aspects of ourselves, but for now what is important is the message, not the messenger. Is to listen to the voice and follow it. In our power center, what radiates, the solar plexus, is compassion. It is love for ourselves and love for others, to expand love, to love more, to love what we want. We're sharing a part of life, but we're not. We feel like we are part of life. We are part of the Creator, but we're not. In truth, in essence, we are made of all states. We are the whole of God within an encapsulation. It is a radical concept to understand, but it is the truth. God has created us as the whole. It does not create fraction. It fragments Himself to create infinity, but every fragment is the whole. What we have in our heart, which is the center, is complementarity. We are bringing together complementarity parts. It's like once we eliminate all those things that are no longer necessary, everything flows and comes together as a whole. Every part fits within each other, and we are attracting the right mates, the right partners, the right associates, the right clients, everything. As we let go of all this old connection that is no longer sustainable for us without any judgment, there is much more people that are more aligned with who we are, that are coming into our life, and we are able to complement them in the same way. In our throat chakra, our communication, what comes in and out of our physical body, is the action. It is the right action. It's about being proactive in the creation, even if it's inside. For all action have to come from inside rather than responding to our outer forces. What we see in our third eye, which is the center of our vision, the seat of our consciousness, the seat of our consciousness is encountering, is meeting. For there is beautiful relationships and friendships and on all levels that are coming together, and we see them coming, so it is quite wonderful. And so for everything is about meeting. Life is about meeting each other, meeting ourselves. And on the crown is where we, that opens to the higher planes, is the choice. For we always have the choice. We have the choice to follow the heart, to follow love, to follow light, or to contradict it. Sometimes we do contradict it. It's not to blame ourselves, to judge ourselves because we have still ego or shadows or fear or doubts or whatever, but always make from your heart the intention to do your highest good and the highest good of all, and to align yourself with all your your spiritual complex of energy. What is in the earth plane, the earth star below our feet that's anchoring is indulgence. For we've been very indulgent. Sometimes the more indulgent we are, the more severe we become as well. So it's about finding this balance, not to be too indulgent, not to be overindulgent, and not to be overly severe as well. So it's about bringing this balance. Every day we are being taught. We are like trees. Trees grow a little bit every day. We don't see them grow, but they grow, and it is God inside of us that is, through the process of our mental aspect, that is guiding us one step at a time. Even those who are denying the responsibility of aligning is they're still growing and evolving. And what comes to us from our soul star that we share with our higher self and our future self is courage. So we're developing more courage. If we have more courage to perfect ourselves, to overcome our fear, to overcome our shadows, to overcome our doubts, to overcome our indulgence, then our compassion and our lucidity will grow exponentially as well. For the more courage we have, the more lucidity and compassion we'll be able to embody. I already spoke about this. I wanted to talk about Platonician ideas that, in essence, everything that exists down here is just a shadow of something that is far greater, that's already perfect up there. For the universe is eternal. It's like I will side on the side of Einstein and not Lemaitre with his Big Bang. I will side on the side of Plato and Einstein to say the universe always have been in its perfect state, and we're just participating in this soul experience of expansion in the physical realm. But everything, it's like even spiritual painting, they're opening doorways or even spiritual music, they're opening doorway to a higher evolution, they are the soul ascend, but the true, they're still just shadow of something that's far greater, that we'll discover when we achieve a full integration of our higher self, or when we pass on from one life to another. For the true spiritual ideas, the unity of it all can be grasped, but it cannot be fully experienced, and it's very difficult to fully experience that totality of beingness, to be the whole of infinity. Yet it is our true essence, and when we work towards that, we're planting seeds for our future expansion within a higher frequency of higher dimensions of the universe. For there is only one supreme Father, there is only one source. No matter what we call him or her, it is only one, in a sense, and every part is the whole. And so, I also wanted to speak about, say that trees are growing and growing and growing, and even minerals are very powerful beings. We don't consider them beings, but they are beings, intelligent and capable of communicating through words as well, once we open to their frequency, just as trees are. And for they have consciousness, and they're on a higher planes, which is actually the first and second dimension, which may feel like they're on the lower planes, but they're universally connected. And a little story that's sort of funny it's an anecdote, is about diamonds or any mineral. When a mineral is inside the earth, it keeps on growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But as you extract it, it becomes to shrink very slowly, but it shrinks a little bit every day at the contact to air, because it's not being fed by the... So it is important to connect all your stones energetically to the hardcore of the planet if you don't want them to shrink. The anecdote I wanted to talk is that for many years I was an art dealer, and I dealt in many things, and one day one of my clients offered me this very big diamond. It was a 407 carat. It was the biggest colored diamond ever found, but it wasn't cut really right, and it couldn't sell, and they recut it since then. And so I offered it. I had a couple of people I knew that could be interested in such a thing. Then I went to see this South African friend of mine in New York City. She's really quite knowledgeable, and she told me, well, they wanted $30 million. I said, well, we had it when I was vice president of Christie's in Geneva. We had it for sale at $12 million. We couldn't sell it, so it was too big to put in the nose of the wife of the Sultan of Brunei, so she didn't buy it. He didn't buy it. For the Sultan of Brunei buys half of all the production of all the jewelry in the world. And I don't know him. This is one of his passions. But the thing, then I went to another collector. And what he told me is that, the anecdote, is that my 407.65 carat diamonds, my certificate was 20 years old. So he said the diamond has shrunk since then. You have to make a new certificate, go back to the GIA and get a new certificate, because the diamond must be a little bit less in carat than it was 20 years ago. For the diamond dealers, will tell you diamonds are forever, yet they do shrink in time. So I think if we connect them to the central cores of Mother Earth, they continue to keep this expansion of themselves. They keep on growing. So rather than if they're not connected energetically, they might shrink a little bit with time. And there is many people that making jewelry that are energetic to wear for energy, but there is no major jeweler that is doing that for some beautiful jewelry. My favorite is probably Harry Winston, when I look at the quality of jewelry, but they're not. They're just purely for embellishment of the physical outside body, rather than increasing the light body inside. When those stones could be programmed to, actually, there's so many stones, precious and semi-precious stones, that could be programmed specifically to accelerate the process of ignition of the light body. So that could be an interesting process to unfold in time, when the time comes to work. And diamonds are the purest of all stones, although they all have a magical touch. And so when you have a crystal, for crystals that are easier to acquire, always ask that it is only calibrated to your frequency, so nobody can interfere with the power of the crystal. And we'll learn to create a whole new realm, a new technology that will be based on crystalline form. Very soon, this is what's going to unfold. So just an anecdote, I thought, so just because the diamond is really what we, at the center core, we are a diamond, we are this pure diamond, and we're faceting. Consciousness is like the facets of our diamond, and it's a conscious principle of harmony that the diamond is. It's clear, and as we create facet, it shines, and eventually this consciousness needs to become eternal and infinite. And we have this pink diamond that was given. As you give this pink diamond, you place it in the heart of others, it makes them feel good, and it increases. The more you give it, the more it will increase its size and its brilliance. So do not be shy in sharing your pink diamond that's been placed in your heart next to the blue diamond and the yellow diamond. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to sing a song. This is a painting about the Mother Galaxy. It says Milky Way, Mother Galaxy. And here she's like, so a galactic center. She's got an eye on the planet Earth here. So it's part of a new series of painting, a study. And this is a painting called the Red Table. It's symbolic of the red blood of the Christ and the blue cup of the Holy Grail. And there is this blue energy, this blue fire energy that comes out of the cup, that is symbolic of the sky, of heaven, and that's all englobing, even the painting that is here, that is everything is englobed by this power of light, this liquid light of truth, which is invisible, but we need to remind ourselves to float into love and to always be connected to that love, to be grateful when we find love, and so it will allow us to attract all the graceful situation as well. And so I'm going to finish with this song and then pull 4 more cards with the Archangel Tarot. It's a song about traveling, and through my mind it goes like this. So John Denver. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. But the dawn is breaking, it's early morning, the taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. I'm already so lonesome I could cry. So kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I tell you now they don't mean a thing. Every place I go I'll think of you, every song I sing I'll sing for you. When I'll come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time let me kiss you. Then close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, when I won't have to live alone. About the times when I won't have to say, kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Well, Lao Tzu said expansion implies the return. But with me, in a sense, if I fell in love with someone and I have to leave, I'll take love to go. I'll bring this person with me rather than say, well, I'll be back. It's more romantic to travel together, to share this experience of traveling. But it's just a song. But, and I'm going for forecast to finish this reading. For what is the highest wisdom for us today is the King of Ariel, prosper, stable, gifted, and powerful. For we are awakening to those new powers. We're becoming more confident in this. There will be great gifts that will be coming in terms of empowerment. Your projects are unfolding as they should. Professional and financial success. Utilizing your resources well. So he's within his castle, he's really comfortable. There is no nobility in poverty, no matter, sometimes we get to go through some pretty challenging time, but eventually it feels good to return to prosperity. What we, about the same frequency as the one in the French reading, what we need to understand is about love, the romance, the two of Raphael. Two hearts are meeting in order to create something beautiful. Soulmates. Do not abandon those you love. So if you fall in love and you need to go on a trip, take that person with you rather than say, I'll be back. What we need to do is the moon, the archangel Eniel, the beautiful Eniel. For the moon is empty, but it's like that. It's just an emotion. It's just she's reflecting our fear, our doubts, and so we want to utilize the moon to access but it's also the feminine essence of receptivity. It's a beautiful energy as well. The opportunity to elaborate and refine your project. Let yourself be guided by your intuition. Confront your fear in order to be stronger. So overcome fear, and even if you fail, it's better to fail and try than not to try at all. And then the outcome is another card about amazing love. It's the Ace of Raphael. A positive experience on the emotional plane. You will be fulfilled, you will be satiated by your romantic relationship. Let yourself be guided by your intuition. So fall in love with your intuition, fall in love with your guidance, fall in love with your God source, and then He would lead you to the love that can be matched for who you are. Well, I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.